Good morning. This is the Bad Actors Club, where every day I do an acting challenge, and today's acting challenge is to improvise a comedic Indian accent, which was completely randomly chosen by a raffle system. It's kind of a hard challenge because I don't do accents, and also it has the potential to be a little racist. So right now I'm just going to practice by watching some Indian people who speak English on YouTube and try to mimic it, and we'll go from there. So far the resources I found about how to do an Indian accent have not really been accurate at all, but luckily in my local Toastmasters group we actually have a lot of people there who have immigrated from India who now speak English, so if I want to do a comedic performance, I could just mimic one of their personalities and make fun of them because they're my friends. I don't think I'll be very good at today's exercise, but these things are randomly chosen for me, so I may as well go for it. I took some notes on how to pronounce some words. India. Scenario. Camera. Knocked on Rari daughters Luke year 2003 war only the banner analyzes preferable hierarchy. The banner analyzes a preferable hierarchy. I've never done accents before, so that's good for me, but I have a feeling when I play it back it's not going to be any good. The agent situates the drunken form in the cabinet. The agent situates the drunken form in the cabinet. Now I'm going to try to start reading full sentences without stopping, even if I make a mistake, because when I look back at the old footage, saying random words wasn't really helpful to see if I can actually do parts of the accent, so I'm just going to read a blog post. Though this book changed my life, it was really a single passage inside the book that made the difference. It's a passage that has struck and changed the lives of many people in the 2,000 years it's been written. One I've turned to again and again when I dropped out of school, when I had problems at work, problems in my relationships, problems with employees, and just normal life. The passage goes like this. Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions, because we can accommodate and adapt. The mind adapts and converts its own purposes to the obstacle to our acting. And then he concluded with powerful words destined for a maxim. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. I'm going to do the same thing but read a little slower this time. When we shopped for our first house, I told my girlfriend that most of the decision was up to her. I had worked out what we could afford, but in terms of what house, where, and what style, I wanted whatever she wanted. We were coming from New York, and so everything seemed bigger in Texas. A real estate agent showed us a small place that was only 1,500 square feet. We didn't have enough stuff to fill half of that. We ended up with a 2-story, 2-bedroom with a small fenced-in yard at just under 900 square feet. Okay, let's try this. As part of this bad actors club, I have the option of repeating my acting challenge the next day or a day later. And so I think that the Indian accent is not something that I do well yet. It is a mix of Indian, yes, but also Hungarian and a bit British. So later this week, I will continue trying to work on the Indian accent. It will later be funny, but not today, because the funniest thing about the Indian accent today is that it is actually very terrible. It is not any good, and I have zero practice. I have less than an hour of practice out loud, but I've been able to try a few words with the bird here and there. But when I read in Indian, I notice that there are many types of words and sounds that I have not made note of yet, so I can't properly speak in the Indian accent. So that is it for today. I'm going to spend the rest of the day trying to mimic various Indian people I see on YouTube, who are real Indian people speaking English. Yes. Great privilege, great pleasure, and privilege are meeting again. As mill makers, will only be held every year in Mumbai, which says that you may grow rice and you may grow wheat, but you are to decide what you can grow better. And concentrate on that, and let some other country grow another thing.